Man, Rooster, it's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere. Arr, arr, arr. All right, you ready?
Ready.
Welcome back, everybody.
You guys already know.
Sad show.
You made it. I'm Rooster.
Bishop.
We're here to discuss and drink beer, per usual.
Per usual. Per usual.
Where's our Bloody Mary mix?
Oh no, I kicked the habit.
You kicked that?
I kicked the habit.
Kick the addiction. That's funny.
Well, you know what's funny about that is like, it's great and all, and then you're like, how much have I spent on beer?
Because you gotta add the fucking mix
Right.
too.
Right.
How much is that mix?
Per bottle is about $8.
I guess it's not terrible, but
Yeah, but I
the
mean,
amount of beer you gotta drink to keep up with the bottle.
it's like, wait a minute. I mean, I went to light beer for a reason.
That's funny.
I'm just adding the calories back in.
Right? Oh, don't worry, it's light beer. You're fucking dumping it right back in.
It's fine.
That's
fine.
hilarious. Speaking of kicking addictions,
Yep.
done with it.
Yep.
No more vape in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, and not just no vape, I'm doing no Nick on day 12, and I'm announcing it so that I hold true. So that if somebody in the video sees me vaping in the future, they can be like, "You fucking liar! You're a dirty fucking liar!" Because that's what I'll deserve. I gotta stay strong. Gotta stay off of the vape.
Mm. We will see. We will see.
I've quit many times before, so I got plenty of practice.
Well, I just wanna take a second and say how proud I am that your little fledgling wings have opened up.
I'm an adult now.
You've flown out of the
Free
coop.
bird.
You've flown out of the coop. You are officially on your own.
Finally moved out of my parents' house. Only took 26 years.
Happens eventually.
How long have you been out of your parents' house by the time you were 26? Fucking 8 years? 9 years?
Going on 10 at that point. Yeah,
funny.
I don't know. It's a rite of passage for everybody, and you know, I'm really excited. I mean, you got a lot of things coming down the pipe. I mean,
Yeah.
one, you got a really great girl, and your relationship's going good.
Amazing.
Which I didn't think it was ever going to happen.
Yep.
Two, you're going to be a doctor come this spring. That's
8 years in school?
That's going to be a great graduation.
Yeah, right? For real. Dude, I don't think I'm gonna walk. My freaking mom was talking about it. She was like, "All right, we only have one more of these." When we were at Aaliyah's graduation, I was like, "Oh, don't worry. I don't think we're even gonna do mine. Mine's been long overdue. I think we might as well just forget about
Just
it now."
make sure you have your white coat on when you when you cross over. I think that's important. So everybody understands.
The white coat. Like, doctor, shaking the people's hands as I walk past. That'd be hilarious.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, that's exciting. That's gonna be done soon.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll have to get a big boy job. I mean, I got the AV thing, and then I got my vape shop job, but I'll have to get a big boy job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's kind of it's a big stepping stone. Is that then you gotta decide what company you want to commit your time to.
Yeah.
You know, is it something you're passionate about? You know, or is it just a filler until you find what you're passionate about?
Right.
You know, but you know, let's not make this take another 8 years.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, unfortunately, as I'm spending my 8th year graduating business school, I'm not certain that I even give a shit about business. Like, I'm not even passionate about business. So.
Well, I heard that there's discussions on possible MBA.
Possibly. Yeah. Yeah.
The saga may continue.
I would be fine with that, dude. Keep going to school, not have to grow up yet. But especially because Cole and Tegan have both taken their masters and gotten it done, and both of them were like, it's just more of the same shit. They're like, it's not like it's like significantly harder. You just gotta keep doing what you've already been doing, and fucking. So I'm like, shit, for 2 more years, it might be worth it for like double the pay that I could get essentially from anybody who hired me. But
It's possible. It's possible.
But really, it would just buy me more time to figure out how to not work in business. How to figure out something else. I'm going to graduate with a master's in business and be like, what do you like to do? I don't know.
Isn't it amazing though that you look at a lot of these like Fortune 500 companies, especially in the Fortune 50, and you see these people that have made billions of dollars and never finished college.
Yeah, literally dropped out of high school.
Yeah. Like, where did I miss that instruction manual?
Right.
Where exactly was that?
Seriously, I wish my parents beat me like your parents beat you. Because that shit worked out right. They were doing something right, obviously.
I don't know where I missed that cue. Because, I mean, some of these people, they make some pretty crazy, like, inceptual ideas, like, take off. And before they're actually even like a foothold, they turn around and sell for like $200 million.
Yeah,
it's like, you didn't even produce anything.
Yeah.
It's still on a napkin somewhere. Like somebody else, you convince somebody else. This is a fantastic idea.
Ideally, that would be something that would happen, would be like you come up with a new soft drink or like a new chocolate bar, and then Hershey's is like, nah, $2 million, give us your chocolate. I'm like, shit, bro, I accept.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I'll take it. I don't need chocolate.
I don't know. I mean, at this point, people are just taking money left and right anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Right.
I mean, you look at what's going on in the country and all the money and misappropriation of funds and everything else. It's like, again, where is that line?
Right.
Did I need to take a number?
Right.
All right, 495. Your turn. Oh shit! Oh my goodness, it happened. I don't know. Growing up is different, and we kind of talked about a little bit how the world is going to be a very different place.
Right.
I mean, I almost break it down. I used to think, things happen in progressional stages, like every decade or so, and then you could reflect back. But as fast as everything changes now, it's almost like there may be a new reason to actually celebrate a new year. One, we survived. Two, we made it. We did all these things. It's great.
That's hilarious. Right? Seriously, though. Yeah, the advancements are just going to keep stacking on each other.
Well, what was it? So, who was I watching talk about this the other day is that, there was the failed Russian moon landing, and then India
successfully landed on the South Pole.
Yeah. And so now there's been confirmed four countries that have actually landed. I mean, you've got China, of course.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're not going back.
We gotta beat them. We gotta get back and beat them.
No, we've been beaten. It's been well documented at this point. Like, we can't man a mission back, but
right.
I think crazy stories that they are coming out with is, they detected, and I don't know how they detected these things, but those landings cause earthquakes on the moon and like what?
Yeah, from the size.
That's a big ass body. That's a big ass celestial body.
That's crazy. Because I've heard that there's like this whole. Obviously, when Neil Armstrong landed, he put down seismometers and they drilled them into the ground.
Is that what it is?
And that was how they learned about the Earth's core because they could.
What's that shit run on? What's that shit run on? Like, how is it still working?
Seriously.
I mean, was it a Casio calculator? Like, is it running on a brain like that?
It's got to be a nuclear battery, right? That'd be like the only thing I could imagine.
You got to think that the UV exposure up there, do they have some type of photovoltaic that has been working all this time?
For real.
Like, how is that still working?
Right, for real.
Like, I can't keep a car running for 20 years. Like, I don't understand.
I mean, we did go back in the 80s a couple times, right? Maybe they put down new.
Who the fuck went back down in the 80s?
Not the Challenger blew up, not the Challenger.
Yeah, they didn't make it.
But there were I thought we went back in the late 70s, early 80s or something. We went back to the moon once. Don't remember particularly, but we might have replaced the equipment. But still, even if that's the case, it's 40 years old.
More.
If it was in
the 70s,
early 80s, then it would be 40 years. But
no.
But yeah, still yeah.
Math. It's racist.
I don't even understand. That's racist. I don't even understand how the moon can have earthquake because it's got a dead core. It's an iron core. It's not molten.
Does it? So maybe it's not cheese. Maybe it's Jello.
Oh. It's hollow, and that's from the aliens. It's actually an alien spaceship. that they used to monitor us. It's Truman Show style. They're sitting in there in the moon.
Maybe it's a real life Death Star.
Whoa.
Whoa.
They're sitting there with their finger on the trigger, just waiting.
They're just waiting to spin it around. You see the big freaking depression, the big canyon. You're like, oh my God, what is that? And that's it. There's nothing else. I mean, totally gone. Totally gone.
For real. Yeah, India went to the South Pole, which is supposed to be really hard because temperature-wise, it's fucking freezing because you're not in the direct sun. But they wanted to go there.
How can it be any colder? That's what I get. Space is like, well, I don't remember what it is, but it's
negative 200 degrees.
Okay, well, see, here we go.
Yeah.
We got.
Yeah. So if you're floating in space, the side of you that's facing the sun is 250 degrees positive, and the side of you that's facing away from the sun is 200 degrees negative. So you're literally burning on one half and freezing on the other in space. But they have the suits, obviously, so it's not like it's that drastic, but. They're going to the South Pole looking for water. That's the whole purpose of what they were doing, was because there's water.
Well, and speaking of water, I just saw something where they said the rover on Mars detected oxygen.
Really?
Yeah.
Frozen.
I have no idea.
I was gonna say it must be frozen.
I mean, maybe Hollywood got it right. Maybe there is oxygen in there. I don't know. I don't know.
Neil steps off and goes, "That's a big fucking lie! Hey, we can breathe up here. What are they doing?" Next thing you know, he gets fucking sniped. Oh, it's top secret. Nobody's allowed on the moon.
And then you see the numbered markers on the stage, you know.
Right, for real though.
How did you cast that shadow? The light source is the other way.
And then a fucking stage light just boom falls and hits the flag. You're like,
somebody needs to fire that grip. I don't know. There's just so many crazy things going on. And then they just said that America now may have the largest lithium deposit on the planet.
What?
In Nevada?
What?
Yeah.
Did they just discover this?
Like a week ago. They just announced the news that they've
What the fuck? We've been talking about not having enough lithium for like 20 fucking years.
I get it. USGS, they do crazy things. They go around, they just poke holes and shit.
Oh, guess what? We just happened to discover the largest lithium deposit on the planet.
Happened to be on one of the largest old calderas of a supervolcano when the fucking planet was just like still shitting itself.
Oh my god.
Like, here you go.
Which fucking crazy.
That in itself changes so many things.
Yeah.
You know, geopolitically, economically.
Sure. That puts us into a position of power when it comes to like an electrically run world. Because obviously lithium batteries are like the future of fucking batteries.
Are they though? I mean, you got people like Musk, and they're working towards like salt nickel batteries and different things where.
I thought nickel batteries was backwards though.
It is, but I mean, the nickel batteries, what we use today, is an ancient technology.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think that even predates like Tesla, like Nikola Tesla.
Tesla, not.
There's clarification there. But the thing is lithium has its own limitations. So, but even in lithium, they talk about lithium graphite. Well, lithium graphite, you can literally charge a battery in seconds.
I heard that, yeah.
And so, I mean, there's just different crazy things. But if we're sitting on the largest deposit on the planet...
for fucking real, though.
If we didn't have a target on us already...
Yeah.
There might as well be.
Right.
There might as well be. And the safest place to be is going to be right around that goddamn deposit.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're not
Nobody's nuking that area.
No, we got to get to it. That's got to be safe. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to live in a desert.
Facts. Seriously.
I don't want to live in a desert.
You heard about... fucking Byron, making moves to get rid of this Alaskan pipeline or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he shut it down.
Yeah, I didn't know if he fully shut it down.
Well, no, he shut down. He shut down sections, right? Of which, what the crazy political thing about that is, he's basically severed us from all major economic ties to Canada. Think about that for a second. And Canada's his own fucking ball of cheese.
Yeah,
we don't even
shit going on right now, for real though.
But at the same time, when you talk about the five most energy independent when it comes to oil countries. We don't even rank.
Really?
We don't even rank.
I'm sure, yeah.
Right? And the actual largest deposit is Venezuela. But we have sanctions on them, so we can't buy their oil, right?
That makes sense, yeah.
But yet they sell their oil overseas, and I'm sure we're buying it backdoor somewhere.
Yeah, right.
And we're just paying more for it.
Yeah.
Rather than just coming straight on up into the Gulf of Mexico. Nope, that shit's got to go all the way over there and then come all the way back. They just slap a different sticker on it. So,
right.
But that whole thing is lunacy.
Yeah.
I mean, it is real lunacy. And the thing is that from the inception of this office to today, I just cannot see economic improvements.
Yeah, right.
I cannot.
Literally.
I cannot.
There are none.
You killed more jobs.
Seriously.
And more communities and economic, economic communities by doing these things. And you're just making people more dependent on an authoritarian side that it doesn't need to exist.
Yep. Me and Meg again were having this fucking conversation about she was happy that he shut down this pipeline, and I was like, don't get me wrong, like, yay for the environment. Everybody can go, yay for the environment. Like, everybody wants the Earth to survive. Like, everybody. Regardless of which, but I said, at the end of the day, we still live in a world where oil is required for our world to function.
Right.
And now we're just dependent on purchasing it from other countries than having our own supply. I was like, how does that help us? She's like, but the world is so much cleaner and better. And I'm like, great, let's pull out the fucking dandelions and dance around. It doesn't change the fact that we're good. We could be fucking nuked or fucking.
You know, an instant point, right? And I don't care. You can on a consumer side with a woman or a man. There are two very big PowerPoints, right? Well, it actually crosses over, so I'm not even gonna get into that because there's a lot of men that use makeup. But you ask somebody that uses makeup. I'll say somebody that uses makeup.
You'll ask if they them.
How they would feel if they no longer had it.
Yeah.
It affects 80 to 90% of all cosmetics made are oil derivatives.
Petroleum based?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right? You know, on the other side of it, you think about all the vehicles that are on the road.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a petroleum base to produce plastics and everything else, do you guys like horse and buggy? You know, maybe not travel anymore.
Right. But not even that. Not only just the fact that you can't travel, but the things you're accustomed to having can't travel to you. The groceries and everything that goes in your stores.
You can't have the TVs to watch us be assholes. You can't have the cars. You can't have, probably better than 50 or 60% of the household materials that made your house.
Yeah,
so you can't have a structure to live in.
Yeah.
I mean, you break that little box, that little black mirror in your hands that you look at every day. You won't have them.
Right.
You won't have them. I mean, it's just there are so many consumable goods that are derivatives from petroleum.
But it's just like not yet. There's just the market has been driven to a point where they can convert it to no petroleum required. So it's like without us making our own petroleum at this point, we're just fucking ourselves. Doesn't make any sense. It's like China's over there burning tires by the billion tons, and we're over here like, no, we can't move oil from point A to point B. It's dangerous, It's a little bit could spill on the grass, and
and most people don't realize that, if you wake up in the morning, you have to capture a strange whiff in the air. Wind generally travels from west to east, and geographically, as the wind moves, China is to our west.
Yeah, we're fucking shitting downwind of the hot.
We're definitely taking it. We're taking it all. So I'm like, there's so many different things that we could talk about with that, but I mean, it is not good. It is not good, but. We'll be right back. We've got a refill.
I was like, speaking of not good.
Good to see everybody. We'll be right back.
That does it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to, that show.